interesting from game to game. I totally agree with that read that like, okay, we're gonna ban it second phase. Like we're okay if they first overall it, but then they lose, they get smacked, and they're like, okay, now we're gonna move it on. Maybe they make like a lot of draft is the idea that the country will have but there's another level that is reading what they want. What do they actually want to play? What's comfortable for them? Are they, they're on the back foot. When you do and you're the back foot, well, you go to something that's comfortable, that's chill. And so that ban, maybe there's more psychology than actual like practical to it.
And on top of that, it's like within their comfort, what makes us unable to play our comfort? And then it seems to be like hitting your comfort I think this current year, we see it in the last game, they want to be able to set some degree of pace. They're not as passive as the old Spirit. They're not as okay with being ran out as the old Spirit. So I like the removal of the NP. What's really interesting is that the Coddle gets skipped now by Vision. And do Spirit decide to ban it? Or is it left to
Yeah, it's a tricky one. It's very good against Wyvern because you're not trying to pressure the lane, right? He's playing for the heal. He has no rats like I mentioned last game. Well, Coddle's like, yeah, sure, whatever you want. And he stacks the camps and he gets super farms. And then you get into this mid game where he's got all the heals of his own. And he's got the slow and the magic amp. And he plays some very long range, so it's hard for Wyvern to actually get good curses off. So I could definitely see it being a potential deal with the Night Fox.
I mean, going for Coddle would mean that it's about enabling no one from the mid lane. Something that I did want to bring up was that Notice was put in a situation where he could shine. He was the solution to PL with his Timbersaw. He got a Dark Willow and he had a very strong laning phase, but he couldn't turn it into anything. That's very rare from Notice because he had a fantastic performance 1 month ago at EWC where he looked like the best player on that team. It seems like he had a bit of a weaker AI showing, despite doing so. I just seen him in a better state.
I think that might be the case, but I also feel like it doesn't matter if you're Miracle or who you are. When you get doomed, you don't get to play the game, right? So he was getting doomed. He was the target of being silenced. They were not letting him click his buttons. So I think I think Notice was put in a rough position.
On that note, Doom's won both games this series, and it's gotta have gone up in value now.
Yeah, you would think so. But it's like, it's funny because last game you picked the Doom blind and then they countered you with the Drow Ranger. It's a slightly different tone in this game in that you would be picking Doom into Shadow Fiend, which is also one of the biggest picking hero.
Let's get to it.
I mean, this pick is really interesting because usually, like, you're on second pick, you pick a support. The next follow-up pick that you want to pick here is a core. Also, we didn't mention it, but the Coddle is banned. So Spirit recognizes the same thing that we talked about, where they are able to, they're going to be able to dodge. At the moment is a hero that's quite stable in almost every single game. I think it's quite hard hero to counterpick just like 1-to-1. Usually you want to set up a strategy that beats it at the end of the line. Wow, good though.
Yeah. I think Spirit's not going to team prioritize local content, but in the same way that Coddle would be good against a Wyvern because you outrange him and you play a slower fight, it's the same way that Invoker is good against Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend wants to sit there and hit people, and he's a stationary dude, and he's getting Tornado, he's getting Deafening Blasted, Cold Snap, and getting kited, and so he can't actually get all of his immense damage off. And so I think when you combine that with the Winter Wyvern, it's a lineup that makes it very good. People get cold and brave.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just psychologically. After that game too, they're like, we love you, Laurel. You're good at